Okay. Yes. Top management support. Yeah. Imagine your boss is saying, here are the files, assign them to your juniors and give me an update. I know you can, even in a week. He's simply telling you to do a work and you do not have absolute idea on how to do it or what to do it or what to do with the files or what are the files also. So, what will you do? What is this? I can't make anything out of it. Tools in career planning. Now, what should we use? What is succession planning? What is replacement charts? In choosing development programs, should it be people oriented, job specific goals, or individual development? What are the methods? Whether should I teach you while assigning the job or should I do something different? All these things we'll be learning in the fourth unit. That is training. Off the job training is what you are right now learning, Udemy courses or NPTEL courses or something. Yeah, we can say the classes that we are running are on the job. The classes that you are learning are off the job. Yes. So, welcome to training. Do you think, yeah, you can unmute and answer. Do you think training is important for an employee?
Yes, ma'am.
Obviously.
Why? See, you are already doing MBA right now and you are going for a position to work in an organization. So definitely they'll be asking you about MBA only. Means more whatever you have studied here. Yes. So why do you need training?
Ma'am, to learn new skills, ma'am. Because every
Okay,
day it's
suppose.
changing technology.
Yeah,
To
suppose.
understand the work process.
Okay. Right now, suppose I'm a HR candidate. I'm a HR student. I have read MOB in first sem, HRM in second sem. In third sem, I'll be learning about leadership and also performance and compensation management. In fourth sem, also I'll be learning about the laws, etc. So in MBA, I have learned enough theory about all the things. So as soon as I join the organization, don't you think they'll directly take me as a HR role or HR intern or HR recruiter or even core HR? They can take me directly. So why do you think I need training again? Because I'm very intelligent. Say, suppose I know all the subjects, I know each and every nuance of what to learn about HRM. Still, do you think I need training? If so, why? Answer. Hello? Am I clear? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, so nobody knows the answer. That's why nobody's answering.
Ma'am, what
To
we learn is
develop soft skills and hard skills.
Yes. I'm saying I know the theory very well. Okay. I am saying I know theory very well. But do I know how to implement the theory?
And
Suppose,
practical is
Ma'am,
always different
practical
from the
knowledge, ma'am.
theory, right?
yes, absolutely. Suppose yesterday we have seen that this is the selection process, this is the recruitment process. Okay. Since we know everything about recruitment and selection, suppose my manager is asking me tomorrow conduct a recruitment for so and so job position. Can I or can I not conduct directly the session? Yeah. Imagine, since I know that we are using online recruitment methods right now or e-recruitment methods right now, I'll go simply and post an ad on our website. But do I know what to write in the ad just because I studied MBA?
No.
Suppose
No, ma'am.
I'm asking you, try to make an ad of 3 lines offering the position of a HR intern. You might have got many interns, job roles, and etc. Even though you have seen many, can you make it a good one? Suppose if I'm asking not to copy any of them, but to derive inspiration and write, still you will do it. You will do a good job, but you somehow want somebody accreditation, means somebody's approval. Is it good? Am I doing correct? Or something like that. Or there might be many mistakes because this is the first time that you're doing. So you need somebody else to proofread your ad. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Who is this somebody? Suppose I'm asking, do a recruitment for HR intern role. Tomorrow I need to have at least 50 interns. Suppose. Now
The
I
one
post
who is
an ad.
experienced, ma'am.
Yes. I post an ad on our website and nobody turns up. What happens? I'm failing at my duty. Yes or no? Suppose
Yes,
if
ma'am.
I was experienced, I would have realized that just posting in the website will not result in the candidates coming for interview. So I need to promote it. I need to promote it through LinkedIn. I need to promote it through Facebook, or I need to promote it through employees internal referencing, etc. But I will learn these things only if I'm working on the job and failing on the job. Yes. So if I have not failed so far, I'll say, I have posted in the website, automatically people will come because this is a very big company. Everybody will know. But at the end, you have seen that not 50 people out of you got only 30 people or something like that. There was a deficit. And who will the manager blame for the deficit? Definitely you. But you did not know this, that the candidates will not come because you did not have an experience, hands-on experience. So training is something that is bridging the gap between your theory and your practicals. Okay. So that is the reason many people take you for 6 months training or something, and then they'll make you a permanent employee. So far training clear. Why do we need training? Okay. Definition of training. Training is the act of increasing the skills of an employee for doing a particular job. Remember, I can only increase your skills in training. I cannot increase your knowledge. I cannot increase your intelligence. I cannot increase your attitude or decrease your attitude. That are again personality dependent. But skills, I can definitely improve. Suppose when you have joined typing class, in the initial phase, you feel I cannot remember all the alphabets at all. Yes or no? And you blame it on the keyboard. Why they have designed like this? Why not ABCD in a direct row? Why did they jumble up all the alphabets? How will I remember where is A, where is Q, where is L, etc.? Has anybody here undergone training in typing? Do you know typing? Anybody? The whole class is sleeping? I want answers. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Khatija says yes. So, Khatija, in the beginning, did you think that you will be never able to learn typing at all or
Ma'am, I
not?
didn't type that for typing thing.
Okay, it's okay. But initially, do you know where to place the fingers and everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, initially, did you think it was very hard job?
In the beginning, yes, ma'am. But then when you
Yes.
get habituated, it's normal.
Yes. Yes. So, why do you think we got habituated to this irregular alphabets on the keyboard? That is only because of practice. We
Practicing.
practiced and we came to know. So skills are something that can be grown with time. Okay, so that is the reason we are giving training, because we are sure that we can improve the employee skill. Suppose somebody doesn't know anything about welding, but if I'm making him sit beside me and doing daily welding of some articles, don't you think he'll learn? Yeah, in the initial stages, I'll ask him just to see. But after 1 week, I'll let him hold the welding iron. Then I'll say, yeah, do small jobs. Then I'll give him the largest job or biggest job. Automatically, he'll improve. So, all this is what is called training. Okay. So, I have another video that I want to show of Uber. Let us see that Uber training video. Sorry. Can you see the window? Are you able
Yes,
to
ma'am,
see?
but nothing.
Yes, ma'am.
Uber. Are you able to see Uber right now?
No,
No.
ma'am. We can see your presentation.
Still no?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Let me close and try again.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, it's a Uber training program. See, one Uber driver is not able to know why is he getting low ratings, even though he is a very good driver. So the other person is making him sit and understand what is going wrong with him. Okay, let us see the video. He's saying, even though I'm driving very good, he is not getting the rating. So he asked, what was the things that are you doing? So he said one day his cell phone has fallen down and he accidentally touched the customer's leg. So he's saying, why did you want to pick up the phone when the customer was there? Was it anything urgent? You could have waited till the customer has got off. That is what is the good manners. So he's saying, can you teach me what are the do's and don'ts of the thing in Uber Drive so that I'll know I'll get a better this thing. So he's saying, even if you want to adjust a rear view mirror, you have to ask permission for the customer because they should not find that you're creepy or something like that. And if the driver's door, if the passenger's door is stuck, you should get up and go out and then help instead of bending over her. You should not touch the hands of customers before while taking the money. So all these things he's teaching. He's saying whenever you take money, say thank you. And he's saying, I'm sure you'll see positive results with these behaviorism. Okay. As you can see, this is one-on-one teaching. Yes or no? Now, suppose as a HR employee, can you go on teaching each and every employee in your organization on a one-on-one basis?
No, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah.
No, man, we can't.
It will be
It
very time consuming.
Yes, and it will depend again on whether the company is large company or small company. Yes, suppose if your company
Yes.
has around 10 people or something, might be then I can do a one-on-one training or something like that. I can teach them what are the values of the company or what are the things that we should do, we should not do, etc. etc. But if it is a huge company and I'm hiring on a regular basis, suppose if I'm hiring 50 people or 60 people at a time, then I can't go on teaching or calling each employee to my cabin and telling them what do you need, whether should I need extra training or something like that. No, I'll create different batches. Suppose usually we have a huge recruitment of software employees, say, and you know that software is a thing that is constantly updated. Last month, suppose if I'm hiring for Java, this month I'm hiring for AngularJS. And last month, if somebody has said AngularJS, they knew it would have been added benefit. But this month, AngularJS is nothing. I need something else. So again, I'll have different people for every month as I recruit. So what do the employees need is what I should find out as a HR manager. Okay. Usually the trainings, the line manager will give you. Suppose line manager means who? Team lead. Okay. All the team leads will usually say or give you an input that so and so team member needs so and so training. But it is your duty to know whether this person needs that training or not. Specifically, not right now, but previously, especially the companies that are working in India, the employees had a special request to have undergo a training in foreign locations like US, UK, etc. Not right now because we have Corona. I hope nobody wants to go outside right now. But previously, it was in huge demand. So when the applications come to you as a HR manager for accepting the request of training, what do is what we will be studying today. This is a more practical orientation. The PPT is more theoretically oriented. Right now, usually the team leads will give you the leads of the employees, all the team members, regarding what are their languages right now, what is their proficiency, what are the skills they have, and what skills they need to complete the job. So the list will be given to the HR manager, and it is HR manager's duty to see that which employee is in utmost need of training, which employee does not need but is simply applying to go abroad or etc. like that. So HRD or HR manager is the person who has to decide on the training needs assessment. There is something called trading needs analysis. Means I have to do the analysis whether this person really needs it or not. Apart from the technical trainings, we also have something called stress training, stress management techniques. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody said something. Okay, I'll continue. Yeah. So suppose I know an employee is getting stressed very much, might be team lead or might be team manager or anywhere, anyhow, a client deadline. If a project deadline is there, usually most of the people will be stressed. Okay, so out of these, I have to analyze which person is the most stressed one, and I should be able to send him for a stress management training program or something like that after the project is done. I cannot send him immediately because he has to do the project. But stress management, yoga, and meditation camps, if you see many organizations, IT organizations especially organize art of living courses also. So I have to select handpick candidates and send them to such trainings. So how will I know whether there is a need for training or not is what we are seeing in the PPT. First one is environmental changes. Yeah. Right now Corona is there. So what is the most training that people require is
Hygiene.
and seclusion, making them read
Yes, ma'am.
books or making them see videos or movies or series or work from home techniques. Many people do not know how to use laptops or systems. They might have been working, but they do not use much of the things. Might be they do only programming, only coding, or something like that. Might be I use only for typing. I do not know how to use. Actually, I did not know how to make a YouTube channel, so I learned how to make a YouTube channel. Or I'm very bad at making PPTs, so I learned how to make PPTs and attach a video link to that. So all this I'm learning. So right now in Corona, what do we need the most is, if you see, many people are conducting webinars. So do you think we all know how to do a Hangouts meet, how to do a Zoom meet, etc. like this? No. So if you see, there are many programs where they are teaching us how to conduct online classes, how to show PPTs, how to show YouTube, or how to give assignments, how to use Google Classroom, etc. etc. Why are they having or providing these trainings right now? Because this is the need of hour. So environmental changes is, we should be bothered about what is happening around us. Okay, suppose everybody is seeing Avengers Endgame and I'm seeing Avengers first movie. Yeah, it is not really updated. Means I have to be updated with what I'm seeing. Yes or no? Yeah, everybody is bothered that half the world is gone just because of a snap. And I'm really wondering what is Avengers. This is very bad. So I have to be updated with the environmental changes. What are the changes happening right now and what is the need of the hour? I have to make the employee select that. Okay. Right now, I cannot say go and learn MS DOS or C or something like that. That is really outdated. You might have been learning that in 10th class or inter. I cannot say go for that training right now. It is very bad. So I have to be knowing what are happening in the environment. Second one, if you see, organizational complexity. Yeah. Most of the ID center employees, if you see, as they grow, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, etc., they get bored of what they are doing. They want something new. So they usually go for advanced training in different languages. Okay. They try to get into the projects that are using the languages they have learned. Or even if they did not learn, they want to get involved in a new project where there is something new to learn. Okay. So this is changing. Why? Because suppose, as Trump said, we will no longer be hiring any of the China people. And he has also started an investigation committee. Are you all aware that
Yes,
WHO has
ma'am.
appointed India's
Yes, ma'am.
person who will see who is responsible for this pandemic, etc. Yeah. So right now, India and US are supposed to play a bigger role, but if you see, US is not playing a bigger role. And if you see, India is not getting affected so much by the corona as much as US is. Can anybody tell me why it is? Why is India not affected by corona as much as US or UK or Europe or Italy or something like that? I'm not talking about. Yes.
conditions.
NT
Ma'am, I
Rohan?
think the lockdown and advanced rapid testing will help.
No, I'm not saying about technicalities of corona. I'm saying about economy. Our jobs, our
Yes.
everything. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Most
If
of
you
them are
see,
working from home, ma'am,
yes,
somewhat.
yes. Since now there was an industrial revolution. Previously, India used to be an industrial hub. Right now,
Yes.
we are a more like software hub. So
Software.
all our jobs or majority of our jobs are software jobs, and these are not affected. That is the reason India is stable,
Yes.
almost. Especially South India, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai. These are stable. They are running on a good economy. So we have already upgraded our technology to handle this. And if you see, we are also, due to demonetization, we are like very fluent in using apps like Phone Pay, Google Pay,
UPI, ma'am.
Paytm, etc. Yeah, even if we want to buy groceries now or even mineral water bottle, even 10 rupees also we can pay through Paytm. So
Yes.
demonetization has also made us acclaimed, or what is the word that is used? Acclimatized for these things. So India is prepared right now, especially because of demonetization and due to software. software industry. So technologically we are good. We are maintaining a stability. Okay. Now let us come to human relations. Okay. Why do you think we need to maintain human relations? Or why do you think this is the main factor that needs to be assessed in training? Do you think we should need communication skills as a training
Yes, ma'am.
for employees? Why?
Because most of them do work in teams, ma'am. So it is
Yeah,
not an individual work.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. No matter whether you're an introvert or extrovert, or you simply do not like people at all, still you need to communicate in a team, because one project will not be assigned to one person, it will be assigned to a team. And if you want to be able to work in a team, you should definitely be able to communicate. And human relations. Why do you think IT companies, etc., send you on team outings, team lunches, etc., etc.? Do you think they have lots of money and that's why they are wasting? Or what is the purpose of these informal outings?
One to create a bond between all of them so that they can work together.
Yes. Okay. We all know about synergy, and we all know that most of the time we spend in office. Office is like our second home. So if we are living in our home with the people we love, then we also have to live in our second home with the people that we love and care about. Yes, this will increase the synergy among the team. That is the only reason that team outings, team lunches are organized, so that you can have a personal relation along with a professional relation with them. And you all know that is synergy. 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. Yes? Okay. Now, see, the fourth point is a bit specific. I think you should be able to answer since we have seen job specification. Okay. Fourth is to match employee specification with job requirements and organizational needs. Suppose I have hired an MBA finance person to a job position as tax associate. Okay. Yes. Now, can anybody tell me what is the training that the MBA person needs to be placed as successful tax associate in the company? Any guesses? Yes. Kaushik?
Ma'am, communication, ma'am, firstly, and also financial related, ma'am, to look into the accounts and everything.
Okay, I'll ask you one thing. In the MBA, first of all, I'll see whether you have taxation as your subject or not. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Right now, you do not have taxation as your subject. So, I am taking you as a tax associate. Now, think employee specification means your MBA degree. Okay. Job
Okay.
requirement means tax associate. Now, I have to match MBA degree student with the tax associate employee. How will I do that?
Give them training, ma'am.
Yes, you might. I think most of you might be having one chapter about taxation.
Yes,
That is the only thing that you will be going to. So, with just one unit of taxation, I cannot ask you to directly file taxes for some foreign company or directly make 1040s or something like that. No, you need a lot of training from basic to what is the job about. Yes or no? So, usually in autonomous colleges, we usually update our syllabus so that it is more or less similar to the what the corporates want. But if you see in OU or something like that, syllabus is like very outdated. Here there is no subject at all on taxation, but you are being appointed as a tax associate. Then this is called skill gap. So I am trying to fill the skill gap through training. That is what is the fourth point saying, to match employee specifications with job requirements and organizational needs. Yeah, there are many companies that even our college gets, like Deloitte is a tax company, Ryan is a tax company. I don't know any others, but there are many tax companies that usually form in December and dissipate in April or May. They usually work for the tax season and then they just close off. If you really want an internship, Actually, you should have tried in December in any tax company. There are more like 10, 15 companies in high tech city. Usually there are many. We do foreign tax returns, mostly US or UK processes. Next one, change in job assignment. Yeah. Suppose I was a team member for 10 years. Now they have made me team leader. Do you think I'll need training to be a team leader? I already have 10 years experience. I already know everyone of my team. But still, do I need training? Think and answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Why? Why?
Ma'am, because working as a team member and working as team leader is totally different, ma'am. Because in team member, while you are working as a team leader, you have so many members of the team working, so you should know about them. What are the qualities? How can they work, and how to assign jobs and so on, ma'am.
Okay. As a team member also, I was always a team lead. Means I used to tell all my friends, "Arey, you do this, complete this, then you do this, then I'll be able to do this and everything." I used to coordinate very well, even when I was a team member. Okay. So what is different when I'm becoming a team lead? You're understanding? Previously also I
Yes,
used to
ma'am.
be instructing every one of my friends, do this, do that, and all that. But after becoming team lead, why should I need separate training?
Ma'am, because when you become a team leader, you have to talk directly to the clients or interactions.
Yes,
You have
yes,
basically more interactions, so you have to be
yes,
well trained how to talk to them.
yes. Yes, that is one aspect. As team lead, I'll be more in direct contact with the clients. Excellent point. And with and with team members, do I think should I need something? Should I learn something as to how to behave with my team members? Do I need to show a different approach as when I was a team member and as when I'm in a team lead? Something like that.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
It's a
ma'am.
Why?
delegation. Delegation.
Yes, yes. Suppose if I'm a team member, so everybody would have done it because they thought I was their friend. Or some people would not have done it because they think I'm too overconfident and always dictating, etc., etc. But as a team lead, I cannot have this division. Okay, I cannot think that only these people will do the work, these people will not obey me. No, as a team lead, I have to learn delegation of work and also I have to learn how to get the work done by each and every employee, not only my friends. My friends will definitely listen to me because, yeah, they are my friends, they'll do. But what about the people who do not like me? As a team lead, I need to know how to make everybody work. And as a team lead, I have to show that I am not showing bias to my friends. This is the one major thing that I have to learn. Why do you think I need to learn how to not show bias? Why?
Ma'am,
What
once
happens
can you
if I'm
repeat it,
showing
ma'am?
bias? What happens if I'm showing bias to
And
my
the
friends?
morale will be down, like for other employees.
Yeah, and
Ma'am, they can file a case against us.
team lead is the person who can recommend for you for the appraisal. Okay, so if I am having a lots of communication with only a set of group of my friends, then everybody will think that this person will give him a lot of appraisal and they'll not give me. So there will be a lot of complaints against me. Even though I am doing it objectively, still people will think that no, the bias is shown. If you see, this is followed everywhere. If you observe our HOD room is separate. If you observe our principal room is separate. Why are they given a separate cabin? See, if there is a big hall also, you will see that the person who is higher above is given a different cabin because these persons need to maintain a professional distance. If they are seen very close with somebody else, then automatically they'll think it is a biased management. That is the reason, as you go high in the hierarchy, you will have less friends. You will have more employees under you, but you will have less friends, because indirectly in the training also they'll tell you that you should behave in a professional way even with your friends. Keep your personal relations away from your office. That is the main reason they say this. Okay, so this is about change in job assignment. We'll be seeing methods of training, but not now. Now I'll be asking you a few questions about last unit, recruitment and selection. Okay, if you are able to answer those questions, we will be able to go to this. Okay, I want everybody to unmute and answer questions. Do you know job rotation? Not only Kaushik, Nikhil, I want somebody else to answer also. Do you know what is job rotation? Have we studied it?
Ma'am, maybe changing of
Santosh?
shifts.
Changing of shifts. Kadu. Next. Madhuri, Gautami.
Ma'am, it's to
What is job
rotate the job, ma'am, like shuffle the people, the employees in the group.
Yeah. How am I rotating the employees, by the way? How am I shuffling? Any idea?
Rotational shifting.
Rotational shifting. No.
Ma'am, suppose
But good try.
Sendersurf has 3 branches, ma'am.
Okay.
You will be here in for main campus for 2 years. After that, you will be shifted to PG block. After that, you will be shifted to extended campus. That may
Very
be job.
good. Excellent example. Very good. Okay. Yeah. Here I'm rotating means, is it only I'm rotating in different places, or is it I'm teaching different subjects also?
Different subjects also.
We
ma'am.
can teach different subjects
Different subjects
ma'am,
also for
because
flexibility.
job rotation.
Yeah. For job
Job
rotation, it
rotation
is
mostly
about,
used in banks.
Ma'am,
yeah,
it's like
no,
moving from lecturer to HOD to again another lecturer or something like that.
absolutely. It is not about shifting from one place to another, not literal physical place, but it is about doing somebody else's duties for a change. Suppose I'm usually a HR professor. They are making me teach economics or general management or even finance. Then I can say it is a job rotation. Suppose they are asking me to take a finance short-term course or bridge course or something like that. Yes, that will be a job rotation. Can anybody tell me what will happen if I'm teaching finance? First of all, I do not know finance. So I'll definitely think that I have to learn before I teach. So what is happening here? Am I learning something new? Am I getting my interest back? Yes or no? If I'm really a positive individual, then I'll think I'm getting to learn something new and I'm increasing my versatility. Okay. If I'm really a very negative person, then I'll think, why are they changing me? I was very happy in whatever I was doing. But what happens when you are in your comfort zone for a lot of time? Suppose right now you all people are very lazy. You sleep don't know whenever you want. You wake up whenever you want. Right now you are waking up on time, I suppose, for the classes. But if you are getting lazy, if you are getting comfortable, what do you think will happen to you over the period of time? Any guesses?
Ma'am, no time will be there that we'll get up at 12 or 1. No assurance will be given, ma'am.
ఓకే, నాకు అర్థమైంది. మీరందరూ ఇప్పుడు 12కో 3కో 4కో ఎప్పుడో అప్పుడు పడుకుంటున్నారు. ఎప్పుడన్నా అప్పుడు లేస్తున్నారు. క్లాసెస్ లేవనుకో, ఇమాజిన్ ఏమైతుంది ఆఫ్టర్ 2 years? వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్?
That will become routine, ma'am.
Yeah, it will become a routine. Now what happens if somebody is saying you have early morning class 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock all of a sudden, or somebody is saying you have joined a job that requires you to come to the office at 5 o'clock in the morning? Your cab will be coming to you at 4 o'clock. what happens?
We'll say
We will be
Abba.
Do you think you will be able to adjust to that very easily?
No,
No.
ma'am, it will take time.
No, and you might even think, Arey, why do I need job? I'm very comfortable like this. Might be I'll get a
And right.
job which is suitable to my timings, etc.
Yeah,
Yes or
ma'am.
no? Yeah, mostly we'll be trying to forego the opportunity that we have because we do not want to lose what comfort we have at home.
We
Okay,
don't want to
so
get out
this
of our comfort zone.
yes, the comfort zone is so addictive, so habit forming that after a while, even if a good opportunity is striking on your head, you still think that it is a bad idea. That is the main reason that we have to get out of our comfort zone once in a while. You have to make it a point that you do not sleep at same routine. You do not keep on watching movies, series. No, take a break. For a change, do something. Do household work or help in gardening or try cooking or try meditation or your. But what I'm saying is try to mix and match your lifestyle so that you do not get addicted to one particular thing. Because after this comfort zone or lockdown is over, life is going to throw you lots of curveballs at you and you are going to have to face them. So, job rotation exactly does that. It will try to pull out of your comfort zone so that you learn different skills and you are active. Yeah, if you are really comfortable, most of us will be lazy. But if we are on our feet continuously, we'll be active mostly. So, job rotation is excellent way in creating activeness in the employee. It will create the zeal for an employee to work. Okay? Yeah. Can anybody tell me in the off the job trainings, do we know anything that we know? You know case study, you know lecture methods. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
ఇంకేమన్నా వచ్చా?
Ma'am, conferences. In basket.
ఇన్ బాస్కెట్ ఉందా?
ఉండే అనుకుంటా మ్యామ్.
ఉంది. What is role play? Did we do a role play in your class?
Skit, ma'am. Skit, I think so.
Yes. Yeah. It is like a skit, but role play ante will be giving you most technical things like you are a HR manager. If somebody has approached you, what will you do? Like that. If I'm saying this is what you have to do in such an area and this is what you have to talk, that is nothing but role play. Okay. In the left, on the job trainings, we know job rotation. Do we know what is coaching?
Yes, ma'am.
What is coaching?
Basically training only, ma'am.
Basically training. This is methods of training. So everything is training only. So what
Yes,
is
ma'am.
coaching? Cricket coach vinnara? Basketball
Yes,
coach
ma'am.
vinnam. Yeah. So what else coaches are there for? All sports, if you see, they are called coaching. Yes or no? Now,
Yes, ma'am.
why am I not saying HR coaching, finance coaching, or why am I not saying coaching for this thing? Why am I using training for this word? Why am I using coaching for physical fitness things? Any idea?
Ma'am,
Any guesses?
training and coaching is different, ma'am.
ఎందుకు నేను అదే అడుగుతున్నా. కోచింగ్ అన్న వర్డ్ ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేస్తున్నా, ట్రైనింగ్ అన్న వర్డ్ ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేస్తున్నా?
Training అంటే
Do you think coaching is done on the field and training is done in a classroom? Can I say that?
yes, ma'am, which is done in physical.
Sure,
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
And ma'am, we have
Like
coaching for
maybe
exams
like
also, no, ma'am.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. If you see, we have MSET coaching, ISET coaching, and Group 1 coaching, Group 2 coaching, everything we have. We do not have training centers. We have coaching centers. So what is the difference between coaching and training?
It is
Think
extra
loud.
teaching given to somebody.
Okay, Nimrit says, I have network issue, unable to join. Okay. Chandrasekhar is saying employee might spend part of the week looking after the reception area of a business, dealing with customers and inquiries. I don't know what this answer is for, but okay. Yeah, Khatija, you were saying something about coaching.
Ma'am, coaching is like the extra teaching, extra focus given after training. Maybe.
After training, if somebody is receiving something else, you are saying it is coaching.
Yeah, extra emphasis on that thing.
Yeah, NCC is also. Is the NCC training camp or coaching camp? Think.
Training.
Emphasis, ma'am.
Emphasis. Okay. NCC is
Training
again
camps.
training. Yeah. What is MSET coaching and what is HR training? Observe these two things.
Ma'am, training is one off, whereas coaching keeps on going on like a continuous process.
Okay, very good point. Did you browse Google or something?
No, ma'am. I was trying to tell
Oh,
from that time.
okay, cool. Yeah. Coaching, I can say it is a lifelong process or it is a continuous process. But training has an objective, has an agenda. As soon as the agenda is over, I'll say okay. But if you see, Indian team has a coach. Okay. Indian team has a coach for not only this particular matches, but he is the coach for all the games until he is retiring. Yes or no? But
Yes, ma'am.
if I'm saying, yeah, he is receiving training for playing World Cup or something. So that training is limited to that particular match only. But if you see he is receiving coaching means it is a lifelong purpose. So that is the only difference between training and coaching. Coaching is a lifelong process, but training has an agenda. As soon as the agenda is met, training finishes, but coaching never does. Okay. If you see MSET coaching, I said coaching till you clear MSET, you will be studying that. So that is a lifelong purpose. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So you all know internships mostly. Okay. I'll not be telling about internships. What is internships? You go to the company, you try to do whatever task they give to you and you accept. Yes. Whatever they are teaching, whatever they are asking you to do, you do. That is internship. Okay. Please pay attention to this slide because I'm going to make you do a small videos on each of them or one. You can choose one. Okay. But you have to do a training video by using these methods. These methods mostly will be finishing in 2 more classes. So after 2 more classes, you all will be divided into 5 group or whatever you decide. Do a video. I'll also show you a video of my last class kids. They did a very good video. They did driving, coaching for driving. I'll show you that video. But please take a screenshot of this slide because this is for SBT 2. You all are going to submit a 2-minute video or 1-minute video. It depends upon you. But you have to submit a video on this showcasing each of the training methods. Suppose I'm assigning Nikhil one thing. I'm assigning Nikhil job rotation. He has to take an industry. Okay, he has to take an industry and he has to see 3 or 4 job roles in that industry. And he has to showcase in such a way that one person is being rotated in the job role, different job roles. Suppose in 1 month he is doing typing. In the second month, he is doing clerical work. In the third month, he is acting like a steno. Or in fourth month, he is just an accountant, data entry operator. Like that. He has to showcase this in a video. You can do this via PPT or you can do this by acting in the video. Most of my students have acted in the videos. I'll show you the video. But if you are close or nearby with any friends or if you can do it with video chat, still I'll be happy. Do something like that. Okay. I'll be assigning for each class different things. We know job rotation, coaching so far, internships, case studies, role plays, business games we did not see, conferences, lectures. For all the others, yeah, simulations also, you know. I'll be teaching you business games. We'll be playing a business game for this. I'll be giving you an incident and asking you how to do incident method training. So incident method, business games, grid training are practical learning. We'll be doing activities for these things. Yes, and even committee assignments. Okay, for these things we'll be doing activities in the class. So be prepared to come with notebooks or anything. Do not try to attend my class with keeping earphones on the side or something like that. No, you have to attend. The rest of them we'll be doing a video. Okay, tomorrow's class we'll be doing business games. Okay, I'll make you play business games. So please come prepared to the class, at least what is business game, etc. Minimum knowledge should be there. Business games means, any idea? Anybody has seen any business games? No idea?
Ma'am, the game name
Yeah.
is itself for the business.
Oh no,
That I played, ma'am.
the name itself is business game that you played. అంటే మొనాపలి అంటున్నావా?
కాదు మ్యామ్, అది స్టేట్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా మ్యామ్, గోవా, మద్రాస్, హైదరాబాద్ అట్లా.
ఓకే,
ఆ గేమ్ ఆడినా అని చెప్తున్నాను.
దాని పేరే మొనాపలి కాదా? మొనాపలిలో కూడా యూ విల్ బి గివెన్ మనీ. ఓకే, యూ విల్ బి గివెన్